it's Connie with Ambassador Travel, Rejuvia Travel, and thinking today is a great day to talk about Mexico. So joining us is David with our Franklin Travel Office, and you just returned from a great adventure to Mexico. It sounds like you had a wonderful trip.
Yes, good morning, Connie. I
Good
did.
morning. So I'm very interested in just hearing about your experience, with the current conditions in travel compared to maybe, what we were used to for travel conditions before the pandemic started.
Connie, I did have a wonderful time and did fly American going into Cancun, and on Monday coming out of Los Cabos flying Delta Airlines. My experience was American Airlines was 100% full on both flights. Delta Airlines on Monday was 10% full, still blocking middle seats. So quite a dramatic difference. We were also surprised in the Charlotte airport, instead of flying through Dallas or Miami, that we chose Charlotte, and Charlotte was quite busy as well. However, all airlines will provide you, when you walk into the door, one of these bags. This is similar to what we received on Monday from Delta. And it does have hand sanitizer, some Cheez-Its, and a chocolate chip cookie. So there's really no contact between you and the flight attendant. However, we were able to get beverages and such on all flights.
Sounds like if some flights were full and the airport was busy, there are people traveling today.
Yes, ma'am. There are, Connie. And also one difference is there is a QR code that is required for incoming flights to Mexico as well as inbound flights to the United States, where you have to fill out a COVID-related information packet that you have to show at immigration when you arrive in Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Los Cabos, wherever you choose to travel to. Also in entering the Cancun airport, as well as leaving the Los Cabos airport, people were spraying the baggage claim turnstiles immediately after the baggage was released. And then upon transferring to our resorts, our luggage was sanitized prior to entering the vehicles and also on entering the resorts. So you felt extremely safe.
That's great. And you visited multiple destinations and more than one amazing resort. Can you tell us where you visited and where you stayed?
Yes, Connie. We started out at Unico 2087. It is located just south of Playa del Carmen in Puerto Aventuras. It is a beautiful property. It's been open for about 2 to 3 years. It is adults only. Has 3 restaurants, one Italian, which is their signature restaurant, one Mexican, and one Japanese. So they do have retail shopping, which is always good. You can pick up a little trinket. And they have 3 swimming pools, one closer to the beach, one really serenity pool if you just really want to just sack out with your book, and then one larger pool also. So they do have a walkable beach as well, which is quite lovely also.
That's awesome. So I can just picture spending the morning at the beach, the afternoon at the pool, and then dining at sunset, those beautiful Mexico sunsets at one of those fun restaurants. That just sounds like such a treat today.
Yes, ma'am. And don't forget to hit the spa on your way between lunch and dinner.
Absolutely.
To stay out of the sun.
Where did you go to the next resort?
The next resort was the Grand Velas Los Cabos. I have stayed with Grand Velas on my personal travel for many, many years. And in checking in, same protocols, oxygen levels checked, temperature checked, luggage disinfecting. However, they just received the #1 award on TripAdvisor in all of Mexico for resorts. So this is a very big accolade for this resort. Also, they are number 8 in the world on TripAdvisor in relation to resorts. This resort is also family owned, which sets them a bit apart in their level of service. Also, their masks are face shields and mouth covering, all clear. So you're able to see that personality, those beautiful smiles and those sort of things, which makes Mexican hospitality really special.
It does. I think when I visit Mexico, I just so enjoy the people at the resorts or if I interact with people in the small towns. So I think that's a really nice touch.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have another resort that you stayed at, or was it those two?
Well, I'd like to elaborate just a little bit more on Los Cabos, if I could.
Sure.
They do have 4 restaurants, one steak and seafood, one Italian, one French, and one Mexican. So those are the variety of restaurants. They do have more, however, they aren't open. Mexico, by law, all of their resorts are at a 30% occupancy capped by the government, limiting the amount of people that are coming into Mexico visiting their resorts. At Unico, I would say that occupancy was at about 20%. At Grand Velas, it was about 10%. Generally, if we had breakfast, lunch, or dinner, there were only 3 of us, us included, sitting at dining, which if you're worried about social distancing, certainly is not a problem. Wanted to let you know also another prop, the towels at the pool in Grand Velas and also in the bathrooms are all wrapped in plastic. So everything is fully sanitized. Also, the rooms are kept unoccupied 24 hours after a guest leaves for sanitation, and there is a mark on the door that you have to break that shows that that it's been sanitized. And also going back to Unico, forgot about this. On Wednesdays and on Saturdays, you have 2 hats in your room, which you drop off at this local artist, and it's hand painted. So I got Live Life with a ladybug on my hat, and it is free of charge. However, a lot of the hotel guests have these hats on. Just kind of creates a sort of, fiesta-like atmosphere. We did tip the artist, of course, because it's something really special.
That is very special. That's a nice experience.
It is. And then we did stay the first night at the Ritz-Carlton in Cancun, just because it just made some sense. The Ritz-Carlton in Cancun was in the hotel zone about 20 minutes from the airport, so really convenient is another reason why we chose it. The club lounge is currently closed, however, is a huge thing for my clients and me personally traveling the club lounge, because I do offer 5 food presentations per day. We did eat dinner and breakfast at the resort directly on this gorgeous beach. And it was very reasonable, about $30 to $40 for dinner. We grabbed 2 coffees and an English muffin for about $7. And that was a great thing.
Sounds really just delightful. So
Yes,
after your travel experience, what is your current best travel tip for our customers?
Well, I would say don't fear. Get out there. And I had reservations. However, I'm really glad coming back that I took the trip. It was very enjoyable. It was very relaxing. got to experience a lot of beautiful things, got to see a lot of beautiful people that really appreciate you, that rely on tourism for their livelihood. One travel tip is that I would highly recommend that you use Airborne. We took it each morning for our flights. You can pick it up at Walgreens, Target. Just comes in a couple of flavors. That's my biggest travel tip, Airborne, because as we know, it could be an airborne illness that we're currently has a pandemic. So this is my best travel tip, Airborne.
That sounds like good advice. And so just one more question, just before we started the interview, you were showing me a picture and I said, well, that doesn't look like Mexico. Where is that? So tell me a little bit about the picture that you were showing me.
I was showing you a picture of where my family comes from Passau, Germany, a place that's near and dear to my heart, and that I'm privileged enough to visit for my family reunions, and also for our clients, a great beginning point for river cruising in Europe. I think with the travel trends, Connie, that river cruising, having that small, intimate sort of travel with 125 to 150 cabins is great for social distancing, as well as being able to experience the beautiful countryside of Europe also, which is beautiful.
Well, Germany is on my wish list to travel sometime in the near future. So we'll have to talk more about that because I'd like to learn more about those opportunities.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be delighted to put a journey together for us and look forward to talking to you again.
Well, thanks so much for your time today. We really appreciate you sharing your travel experience and letting us kind of daydream through that journey. To stay in touch with us or to follow us on Facebook, you can follow us at Ambassador Travel, Rejuvia Travel, and Franklin Travel Service, which is where David is based out of. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you so much, Connie. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.